I'm currently backstage. Hello.
Here you are.
Yeah, I'm back.
Zed.
There's Zed.
Hello. Did I make
Right,
it?
Zed.
Did I make it?
You made it. You made it. You made the cut.
How's it going? How's it going?
Sorry, that was my fault. I had a YouTube channel open.
How dare you?
Oh,
Yeah, I've
man.
closed it now.
Fucking only 2 hours later than fucking Red Bomb was supposed to finish. But never mind, eh?
I know.
I've enjoyed it.
He's such a tart, isn't he?
He is. He's got to keep going. He's got to keep
Exactly.
going. As soon as he sees the fucking views going, he's got to keep going. Oh, hello. Who's
Hello.
Zed? It's gone.
Zed just fell off. Where's it gone?
Brandon?
Where's Brandon? Hey, Brandon.
Bit late today, mate. I'm only on for another like 10 minutes. Missus waiting for me, but I was just
Well,
like,
in that vest, I can't see why not. You know.
mate. I told her I'd be home at like 9, and they got home at 11:30. So it's always good.
That's always good. That's always good, isn't it? Anyway, Brandon, I plugged your event big time. I really did.
It's dude, I generally like we're so behind with the planning, because we had to wait so long for like someone basically just to say yes or no, basically.
Yeah.
And he finally said yes. So now we're kind of like, right, we need to organize all of us to sit down around a table and issue jobs to everyone.
Yeah.
And then go from there. But it literally took like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks maybe for this one guy just to say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. You've got a bot in.
The organization can get hard. It can get difficult, and like
I mean, no one said it was easy, and I think if it was easy,
No.
everyone would be doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the oldest part is organising events like that, because we used to. I know quite a lot of the local farmers to where I live, and we used to do horse shows and that. You know, where you had to put the show. What people didn't see was the fact of that. For about 2 or 3 weeks, me and the farmer running it, we were making rose, because we used to make the rosettes and the trophies and everything.
Yeah.
We had to set out the field, fence off the field, you know, put individual pens in and rope them off and that, and then put all the horse jumps in, you know, all the jumps in and everything and that. And it was like 2 weeks of solid graft, you know, for one day show, you know, and it is hard work. So,
yeah.
Well,
it is.
Red Bond's on the good list.
But what do you guys think of my audio? Stuart said it was good. I don't think it's that great.
It's brilliant. Your
No,
audio.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah.
No, are you talking about the audio in your vlogs? Because I'm
Yeah.
talking about the audio in your. No, I think it's good.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's good. You can hear absolutely everything that you're saying. You've got a good balance between bike noise and you speaking.
It's really weird because I'd expect the mic to pick up the wind noise, because that day I went out and I was talking about a tractor. It was so windy, but it didn't pick up any.
Do you know what? I got a cheap mouthrophone off of a certain site, and I've got it mounted in me cheek pad, just here, in my mouth, you know, on my helmet, and that. It does pick up the wind noise, but my audio seems all right with it. You know, it was only a cheap thing.
I've just
but yours
ordered a
sounds
new mic,
brilliant.
actually.
When I'm using the Hero 4, which Brandon, you've saw the audio backpack that I've got, and it picks up my Sena 10S. I'm whispering in my helmet. It's like, hi guys, Zedhead Motovlogs here. And that's the way I'm speaking. But I can't hear a bloody thing because all I hear is
yeah.
But and that's the key, because there's something called. I'm trying to think. There's a digital word for it. It's clipping, audio clipping. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. See, when you upload a video onto a file, like say for Power Director or whatever, and you look at the audio file, see all the yellow points on your audio file. That's clipping. That's when the digital file becomes too loud. They'll produce it, so it clips it down, so it gets distorted. So a lot of that is you talking to the mic, because what you have to remember is the microphones are so sensitive to pick up absolutely everything. So you have to actually speak softer and quieter than you can even hear yourself. And you have to trust the process that it will pick you up. And it does, because I run 2 mics for the very point that one of the mics isn't as sensitive as the other. And the one that, when I'm whispering, the one that is very, very sensitive picks up just perfectly. The one that's not as sensitive, it's just more road noise than it is my voice. See, it's all about balance. It's like there's a lot of motor vloggers out there, more experienced than I am, that will tell you that you've got to experiment with mic position. I've even had a mic position right at the back of my helmet, because I thought with the wind hitting your face and going round, if you had a mic position at the back, it would be better. But it's not necessarily the case.
No.
It's all about where you position it.
Yeah.
But Brandon, I honestly thought the balance that you had between your engine noise and your audio was great.
It was good.
It would. I wasn't. You know, there's some videos that you watch that something annoys you. It's like that rumble or a whistle off the screen, or like a whistle off like just the edge of the visor or whatever it is. There was none of that. I could focus on the way you were riding. I could focus on what you were saying, and I could listen quite easily to the way the engine of the bike was running. So props to you, man. That's on.
All I will say is, why can't you turn right when you got wind?
No, I was taking the piss. Basically, the guys I ride with are like they all do track days, and they can't quite take their mind out of the track, so they treat the road like a track. So you go around a corner, and I'm right at the back because they're all trying to get their knee down, taking it as tight as possible. And they're like, "Fucking hell, Brandon! Why can't you take a right corner?" I'm like, "Oh, here we go." But I am more confident on my left corners than I am on my right.
I'll tell you what, to be totally honest with you, and I know it, and I've seen many bikers do it. You are more confident going one way than the other.
100%.
Yeah. I'm a bit like that in the car.
I don't know why that is. Some are right, some are left. In the UK, it's usually the person that turns right. In the States, it's usually somebody that turns left. But
I'm a weirdo, Simon. I'm left-footed and right-handed.
Yeah,
so
you will be.
I prefer going round left-hand corners.
Yeah, you're proper weird, are you?
I'm weird.
One, you're Scottish. I mean, that's kind of
We've got a lot of left-hand corners, and that's to get away from the water. So you're always, and that's the thing, Simon. You will experience it. So we'll take you from Inverary up to the rest and be thankful, and it's like right down the loch side. So there's a lot of right-hand turns, but see, when you've got water at your right-hand side, you always know at some point you have to turn left. Otherwise you're in the water. So it's like you're down there, so you're left, and it flows, and you start to get to feel the rhythm of the road, and see, you'll have not ridden it, but you'll start to understand it. And I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you, and the rest and be thankful, and we'll talk about this conversation we've just had just now, and you'll agree with me because you'll get it.
And I'll tell you what, when it comes to right-hand corners, you'll find I've noticed this because I analyse my riding. When I turn right, I move. I move in the saddle. I move my position. I change. When I turn left, I don't.
Right.
And it's a mental block. I just don't do it when I turn left.
Is it the
when I
fear
turn
of
left, my arse will stay pounded in the seat.
Is it the fear of drifting out onto oncoming traffic as opposed to?
I don't know what it is, but when I turn a tight
corner,
left,
you're coming away.
I don't know what it is, but when I turn a tight left, I don't move my position in the seat naturally. Right. I have to tell myself to do it.
Right.
But when I do a right, I naturally do it. And I'll do everything like I said earlier in Red Bomb Stream. I'll drop my elbow, I'll do this, I'll do that, and my arse jigger move and everything. But when I do left, I don't. But
when I'm getting round the left-hand corner, if I'm coming up to a left-hand corner, I'm sitting on the right-hand side of the road, in the centre of the road. I'm not over the lines. I'm sitting in the furthest right position that I can be in. I've saw my braking position, and I know where I'm turning in. And when I turn in, I know that I'm coming across that corner. If I'm turning right, I just can never judge where my shoulder needs to be, because I always feel as if when a car's coming, my shoulder's just sitting in a vulnerable position. Do you understand that? It's like I always feel as if I'm sitting in a vulnerable position. I can never just quite judge my speed.
That could be why I change my body position, because where I'm hanging off the bike or I'm moving to the right of the bike, when I'm turning right, that gives me the option to move my body and keep the bike in the corner.
So
whereas when turning left, it's solid trees and signposts.
Yeah, no, it's like if I'm turning left, I know, right, I'm coming into that corner and that's where I'm going and that's where I'm coming out. And then, but no, it's like if I'm going into right, it's like, is it now? Is it now? Is it now? And it's like there's like 2, maybe 3 decisions that I'm thinking about: speed, position, angle before I actually commit. And then sometimes I'm like, yep, I've got it right because the speed, position, and angle are right, and I can get round the corner and I can get round that corner staying in my position. There's sometimes I drift wide, and sometimes it feels as if I cut the corner inside because my speed and position isn't right.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's more left corners than there are right corners in the UK.
I wouldn't have said that because of roundabout. Because
I was at Brandon. I was actually going to say I bought a ZZR 600 that was bought from Livingston in Scotland. Livingston is the town that has the most roundabouts in the whole of Scotland. And the right-hand side of my tyres were absolutely gone when I bought it.
I'm saying corners. I'm not saying roundabouts.
No. I know, but it's all right-hand. It's like
a right-hand turn is a right-hand roundabout is a right-hand corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
unless you've got wind and you can't do it. So yeah.
It'd be all right if I could turn left and without falling off the bike.
Oh, Simon, I've got to say, congratulations, by the way, mate.
Yeah, 500.
500, but I wouldn't mind.
You retired, didn't you, yesterday?
Am I going to say fuck off, Brandon, or am I going to say thank you? Come on.
Well, I don't know, mate. It wasn't your birthday as well. You hit, 84, wasn't it?
Milestone. Yeah, my birthday's not till the end of February.
Look a year over 82.
Yeah, if you missed it, Brandon, I came off the bike first time.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know. Well, looking at the video, I think I've just put a little bit because it was caught on CCTV. Luckily enough, and I've seen it. I've probably just a bit heavy braking as I went to turn, and I think on the Michigan it's got combined braking on the rear brake pedal, and I think I just touched that, which caused the front to go, and I put my left hand down, and I've got a fractured the radial joint.
I'm going to share my screen on something here.
So,
I want you guys to have a look at something else, which you just mentioned accidents there. 1 second. Basically, my father-in-law, he had an RTC on Wednesday.
Oof.
Oh man, is you all right?
Mate, well, I'll give you the rundown when I pop these pictures up. I'm just quickly checking the old Facebooks to get the pictures. Right, share screen.
Right.
All right, I don't care. Share screen.
As long as
Okay,
it's
share.
Facebook, not OnlyFans.
Can I share that? I don't know if you guys can see that.
Nope.
Simon might have to give
to-
permission
for
first,
sure,
buddy. He might
yeah.
have to look at it first to make sure that there's no booby tassels and stuff like that. I'm sure there's not, but
Well, I've learned from it anyway. So, like I say,
is he okay, Brandon? The long and short of it, is he okay?
Kinda, yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah. I'll have to give you the rundown, and then it'll look like MT Belly just like kind of jumped off his bike and landed on a bouncy castle.
I've learned from it.
The thing about it is empty belly. It's like it doesn't matter how it happens or the result of it. It's still a shock.
Oh yeah,
to the system. It's like I come home to my wife, and it's like to put it into perspective. As I said, Brandon, I'm not even sure if you were on when I explained what happened to me. It's like I was on a country road, and a farmer had come out a field, and he had left his slurry tap open, and dumped manure on the road, and then went back into another field. So I've come round a corner, and then took another corner and hit the slurry, and I've just wiped clean off the road. Cow shit all over, pardon the thing, but cow shit all over the bike. Oh man.
So, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Ow.
Wow.
That's a car that you hit.
That's hard.
That looks like a Smidsy. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you.
Yeah, pretty brutal. But
hard.
yeah, a car jumped a red light basically and hit him.
Wow.
He was going 30,
as well.
30 mile an hour, and the car was doing about 63, 62.
Jesus.
Yeah, pretty brutal. But anyway, so he waited an hour and a half for an ambulance. He had internal bleeding, 3 fractured ribs, fractured pelvis, and a broken ankle.
Bloody hell.
Ouch.
And he got blue lighted to St. George's from Camberley.
Yeah.
So London, basically. Yeah, pretty. He's literally in and out of operations at the moment as we speak since Wednesday.
Yeah.
Crazy, mate. Crazy. It happens all the time, though.
Speedy recovery anyway. So. Well, it's like mine. You know, I fell off at 8 mile an hour. Yeah, and it's because I put my hand out. You know, your automatic reaction when you fall is you put your hand out, innit? And that's what's done me. So no riding for 6 weeks and no driving for 6 weeks.
I put my belly out, mate. It seems to say it's like
well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Like
got
I say,
a big belly, ain't you?
All I remember is sort of riding along, looking at the road ahead, and next thing you know, I'm looking at sky. You know, and it's like, what the hell happened? And like I say, I'm glad it was caught on camera, and I'm glad the place shared it for me so I could watch it and see what I'd done wrong. You know, it's totally my fault, and I've learned from it. So
yeah,
you know,
when I was on the road with cow shit on it, I actually had it in my mind that I planned what my exit strategy.
Yeah.
And it sounds weird. I thought to myself, right, I'm not making this next corner because 1, the weight of the bike, 2, the speed that I was carrying, and I was not going fast. I'm on a country road with a heavy bike in the dark. I'm riding within my limits, but traction has just totally disappeared from underneath my bike, obviously because of the circumstances. So I thought to myself, the best chances of me getting round this corner is actually to go on the grass. Now, that's the weirdest thought to ever have when you're on a motorbike.
It's a soft landing, though, isn't it? You're just thinking
that was the thought, the landing, the hedge, and whatever. So as soon as I was coming into a left-hand bend, I did start to take it, and the bike just it started to slide towards the right. and I went into the grass, and then the front end bit, and then that was me.
Yeah. Well, it's like I say, if you watch the video, you see my left leg go down, and it's because I felt the bike going from underneath me. You know, and
it's kind of one of those things, Empty Belly, what you kind of got to laugh at, right?
Oh, I did. You know,
and just kind of think, get up. You know, you've learnt your lesson. You learnt how you did it.
Well, I rode the bike home, so there's no wrong with the bike. The saddlebag saved the bike, and like I say, the little handguard I put on it, it trapped me for left foot. Lady took. First thing I said to this lady was, "Kill the engine." Bloke came along, lifted the bike off me, put it on the side of the road, and you know, I was just sat there for a few minutes.
I'll tell you what, I've heard this 1,000 times, but see when you in a situation like that, where
you're not allowed to talk in here. You got some shit out on.
You saying?
I said you're not allowed to talk in here. You got a shit hat on.
It's the man that rides a Yamaha.
What's shit about that hat? That's a good yeah, I mean, you hear this all the time. If you're in that situation when you do come off your bike, and the instant reaction for your body, no for your mind, is adrenaline.
Yeah,
the adrenaline starts flowing. Yeah, and then you come to a standstill, and you know, for all you know, you could have a broken ankle, a broken leg, a missing leg. You don't feel it.
No,
you're at that stage where you're just, the adrenaline's pumping, and you're just, I suppose, in survival mode and glad to be alive. And I've heard of people that go to stand up and they can't, because either their leg's not there or their leg's broken about 20 places, and they realise they can't stand.
Because the funny thing is my arm was hurting me at the time, but I got, you know, I saw the guys at the place I was going to see anyway, because they said, "Oh, it's nice of you to drop in," because we're having a laugh and a joke about it. But as soon as I got home and parked the bike on the driveway and got off that bike, geez, did the pain kick in? You know,
you got tennis wrist, have you?
Sorry?
What have you got? Tennis wrist?
I badly bruised my wrist. Yeah, I badly bruised the wrist. Like I say, done that in, so. Look,
fucking hell. Sorry.
It's all right. I've taken my pain meds, so I'm not quite fully with it at the minute. So, well, yeah, like I say, I got home, parked the bike up on the driveway, and got off of it, and that's when the pain really kicked in. And that's when I spent 4 hours at the NHS walking, so I had to get an X-ray and everything. So.
Yeah, that would have been when the adrenaline wore off.
Yeah, I was at the hospital this morning with it all. So, well, yesterday morning.
We've all been there with a little off or whatever it is, and the adrenaline kicks in. You don't feel any pain. No, I'm fine, and then later on you find you got 5 broken ribs.
Yeah. Well, like I say, bike's all right. This will mend. I'll be back on the road in 6 weeks. It's not put me off.
Good man.
I'm itching to go back out on the bloody thing, but I can't. You know.
Good man. Yep. Good man.
So, don't itch too much, mate. You'll create a rash or a sore.
Yeah. These bloody things make.
Or the worst thing of all, you'll be wearing a vest on YouTube Live. I mean,
mate, I've just got.
There's nothing worse.
What are you saying,
it looks like a baby grow. Come on.
No, I went out, didn't I? I just got back, so it's just still what I was wearing.
So you've been working out. You've been working out.
Oh yeah, I went to the gym and then got on my bike and went out for a ride. Right. That's all I do, mate. I do a bit of bodybuildings, but yeah, that's it, really.
Cool.
I used to have a 6-pack once. It's now a beer.
I don't have a 6-pack.
I used to have a 6-pack. I'm now on number 6.
Yeah, I'm a beer barrel now.
Simon, can I share a wee photo?
You want to what?
Share a picture.
Go on, mate. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's like I'm going to do this right now. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. Share screen. Where is it? Right, we'll share this and then.
What is that? Asian invasion?
Bear with me. You see that?
Why, mate? You call that a penis? Like, that's tiny, mate.
That's on the Loch side. That's on Loch Lomond side.
Where are we? Where are we looking at?
Where we might wait a wee minute to get this up. Right, hold on, 2 seconds, because it's came onto the wrong screen. Right, hold on. We'll get this up.
I was
Go
gonna
on
say,
to
mate,
his
you can-
private photos then.
Job
didn't
he
you?
went
call
looking
that?
at naughtynuns.com.
No, yep. Right, here we go.
I was gonna say, Stuart, that's
Yeah,
tiny, mate.
It is. It's not the size that counts, Brandon. It's not the size that counts. There it is.
Wow.
That's on. That's up the Lochside, Simon. So that's on the way to Loch
Nice.
Lomond. That's my mate
Nice.
on the right hand side. That's R6 Monkey.
Yeah.
Another YouTuber.
Mhm.
That's actually the bike that I'm on. It's a ZZR 600. That was my original bike.
Yeah.
But that's the start of Lockwood will testify. That's the start to some fantastic roads in Scotland.
Yep. That's the boring part just before it
As
starts getting
the
interesting.
boring part. That's just when you're checking.
I'll tell you what, I was
nature.
just looking at that part there, and what I'm taking from that is we got a junction on the right hand side coming up,
Yeah.
and it looks like the road dips down and to the right.
No, it actually goes to the left.
It goes to the
right.
left.
It goes to the right a wee bit, but it goes to the left.
Yeah,
aye.
is that the cut off to Luss?
Yeah, that's just
Aye.
at loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking about. I'm going in Rosper mode here. I'm looking that far ahead. I'm actually looking where my cursor is right at the dot there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
you come up to there, and then we come to a place that's at Tarbert, and let's try and.
Just be
That's it.
careful what you click now, Stuart.
No,
all right?
no, it's cool. It's cool. This is what I was talking about when we were going from the Green Welly to
Yeah.
Inverary.
Yep.
So
Uh-huh.
Lockwood will know that this is the Dalmally Pass. So
Right.
this road is just like you'll see the mountains on the left hand side. There's the same on the right hand side. This is one of the very few straights. The rest of it is all very technical, but there's plenty of passing places, so there's plenty of opportunities for little sort of clips like that.
Little blips, yeah.
Just to
Nice.
Yeah, this has got to be one of my favourite roads because
It
it's
is.
not that far out. You could do it easily in a day because of where we are, but it's kind of like if you imagine you're in fifth gear.
Look at that.
That's
70.
Glencoe.
Yep.
That looks like a good day as well. It's not
That's like, is that
looking
Glencoe?
cold.
That looks a bit like
No,
a
that's-
little
that's-
pool just before the rest.
No, that I'm sure that's
that Glencoe?
Glencoe. Aye, it was in the way into Glencoe. That's that's my mate Ross. MT Belly. Ross is from Nottingham as well.
Right, yeah.
He stays in Cockgrave.
Oh, yeah, I know Cockgrave, yeah.
Yep. So, like, I went down to visit Ross in 2015, and he came up here, and that was when he came up here. We went for a wee run.
Yeah, no Cockgrave. Been through there plenty of times.
See, you're looking at that Lockwood. That actually might be coming up to the rest. When I'm looking at that, just that pool, because the car parks and just on the left hand side. Just when I'm looking at that, because like, see if I go on to, that's Glencoe. Look at that.
Yeah.
What are you
That's
freeze framing
definitely
with?
Glencoe.
That's just off. That's a GoPro on the back of my bike.
Yeah, but what FPS are you at?
That's 4K.
Yeah, well, no, that's not FPS. That's
Oh,
what
sorry.
FPS are you at?
Well, I don't. It's sitting at the 60. I think it's 60.
Really?
Aye.
Wow.
I've got like a 258 gig memory cards, or like whatever it is, Class A. It's like, because it's like if you're running at 4K, it eats memory cards.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I went to this car meet. I was only out for fucking 2 hours, mate. And
2.7 is good enough.
Robert, I've found that out as well, because like what I do now is like I record at 2.7 and upload at 1080, because YouTube will just restrict it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, to 2-7. Yeah, but Lockwood, is your name Robert? Is it?
Yeah.
Can I call you
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah, if you want, it's south of the border. Robert's called Rob. Yeah, up here it's called Rab, but yeah, call me Rob. Yeah,
Rob with the small knob. Do you want it?
Oh,
Don't even go there.
Sorry.
That's I don't know if you remember when we were talking about Rev Bombs, Rev Bomb stream. We were talking about the stressless bike meet, Simon. That was part of it. The boy on the left hand side, Jim, he was a motovlogger. He doesn't actually do motovlogging anymore, which is quite sad because he was absolutely brilliant at it, but just decided that he would go on a different path. But we did the stressless bike meet, and he took us down to Hollybush House, and we met up with all this ex-servicemen. And as I say, they bought us all those patches that we've got and we hold so dear. It's fantastic. It's a great day. Sorry, you can I'll stop sharing now so that you can. Sorry about that. That was just a wee trip down memory lane.
That was awesome.
Nice pictures, they were.
Yeah, no, that was excellent.
In fact, can I share one more just to be obliging? And
Brandon, shut up.
Lockwood will know exactly who this is when I share this, because this guy with a spray painter is absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
That's my mate Graham's, and Simon, if you've seen Robert's VFR, that's the guy who painted Robert's bike.
Wow.
And he's such a top boy. He's a great rider as well. He's a brilliant rider to follow.
I've called him a wingman on many occasions because he's always, anytime I look in my mirror, he's always there. Yeah. And then he'll shoot off in front the odd time, but to be honest, majority of the time he's quite happy to just follow. And every time you look in the mirror, he's there. So you never have to worry about it.
The thing about it is, Robert, he's always in the right position.
Aye, he is.
And that's the thing. He's always in the right. He's always where you expect him to be. That's right. He's always where you expect him to be. Absolutely brilliant.
Brandon. Honestly,
I know he's a bit cheeky. Aye, spot on, man.
But no, he is. Aye, decent lad.
Hey, Simon, that's me. Sorry for stealing you.
No, you're good, man. Yeah, anytime. Yeah.
But I think the thing because of where we stay, I mean, Zed's even closer than me, but I'm about an hour and a half from the start of the Highlands, so there's so many roads when you go up there. Probably not that many wee back roads that you would expect because you're effectively in the mountains.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
You're not getting that many, but you can hit a few wee kind of side roads, but majority of them are just immense. Really
and the main thing is like you go outside of any kind of sort of main sort of town or a village, it's quiet.
Yeah.
So unless you are riding very hard and very loud through a town or a village where you shouldn't be, you pay respect to them, you slow down, you abide by the speeds. The police kind of, if you're out in the open roads like you saw in these pictures, they tend to sort of leave you alone. The only times that the police tend to be heavy, and Robert will probably agree with this, is if anyone has previously, there's been some sort of incident or an accident. Yeah. For the next week, they'll be hard. They'll press down on it and they'll stop people and say, "Listen, screw the nut. You remember the guy, whatever that come down last week or whatever." But other than that, you're kind of left. I wouldn't say to your own devices. It's not a license to just do what you want, but they tend to be a wee bit more sort of relaxed.
Lenient.
Yeah.
No,
definitely. I mean, there's I suppose we're all the same, but you get stages where you've maybe ridden a road and you've ridden it hard, and then the following week you hear about a guy that's died on that road.
Yeah.
And it's still fresh in your mind because you know that you've done that, and then you're thinking to yourself, that was a tight bend, or that one kind of caught me out, and you're thinking, is that the bend where he came away, and he lost his life?
I don't know whether you guys have heard of the Snake Pass.
Yeah, I've heard of Snake Pass.
Yeah, they clamped down on that because there was too many people, accidents and with speed limits and everything on that stretch of road.
Yeah.
And it's same as near us. It's in Derbyshire. There's a place called Matlock Bath. And it's a beautiful place, and it's where all the bikers goes and everything, and they've done the same there.
Right.
Which, they're out there with the helicopter and the bikes and everything cracking down on everybody. So.
MT, what's the name of the water that's down by your way?
Lady Bower, where the dam busters practice. Yeah.
Right. So, like, when I was down in 2015, that was when the let me get this right. Is it the Vulcan?
Yeah.
That was its last flight.
So
I was
went over to Lady Bower. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was down at my mate Ross's down in Cockgrave, and we'd went to a sort of miners' welfare club on the night before, and we were heading down to the lake to actually see the last sort of flyby of the Vulcan, and we were all excited. We'd been talking about it the night before and talking about it to everybody that wanted to listen to us.
Yeah.
But obviously the alcohol took effect that night. So as we were riding down towards the lake, all the other bikers running the other way were like, it's gone. And we're like, we missed it.
Yeah, but Lady Bowers, that's where all the dam busters practice.
Yeah.
617 squadron, over Derbyshire and that lot.
Well, just a quick hello to Cliff Burnett. He's a friend of mine.
Hi, Cliff.
All right, Cliff, how you doing?
He's also known as Shadow. He's a biker name. So, yeah.
Well, sorry. Like I say, because Nottingham's next to Derbyshire, we've got the Peak Districts.
Yeah.
And there's some beautiful road around there. And Matlock Bath is such a beautiful little village.
Yeah.
And you can see why. You go out the weekend in the summer, you cannot move for bikers.
Yeah. No, understandably, as I say, is like when I went down to meet my friend, we ended up going to Chris Walker Kawasaki as well. Is it Grantham? Is that right?
Oh, Grantham. Yeah, I think that's
so. I know he's moved now from Grantham, but that's where we went, and that's where I saw. Chris had the H2R and the H2 SE, I think it was.
Yeah,
because the Chris Walker Kawasaki emblems and that on it.
The biggest Kawasaki dealer for us is Clay Cross in Derbyshire.
Yeah.
Clay Cross Kawasaki,
Right.
And I actually used to fix their photocopies on fax machines many years ago. So it's, I've always been in and out of that place. Well, like I say, Derbyshire's beautiful, some of the roads around there. It's just Derby police you have to be wary of because they're 1 mile an hour over it and you know about it,
Well, I was supposed to do the Wild Bad Weekender last year, and I couldn't do it. I think that was the weekend we were doing the basic bikers ones, Ed.
Yeah,
we did
it was.
The one in, yeah. So I'd cancelled the Wild Bad Weekender, but I'd booked a hotel in Afferton. Is that right?
Alfreton.
Afferton, yeah. So I booked a hotel down there next to the departure lounge for the Wild Bad Weekender, and I couldn't go, so I changed the date. I couldn't cancel it, or I would have lost it. So I changed the date to another date, and it was some Friday in May or something like that. So I'm going down there on a Friday, and whatever Friday it is in May, and I'm just going to do the whole Peak District in that whole area.
Oh, you'll love it.
And then just come back up again. Just before I do the Wild Bad Weekend this year.
Because over it, near us, excuse me, there's a place called Miles from Nowhere, and it's one of the old Swaddy Waddy band members who owns it.
All right.
And they do bike nights on Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's a lovely little pub, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere, which is why it's called Miles from Nowhere. So that's a good biker place as well. I mean, I've been to that, and that's well worth a visit, especially during the summer because it gets crammed. It really, really does.
Yeah. Well, I'll be down in Derbyshire in May for a wee overnight. So I'll just ride down and then stay over and do a day and then come back.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it around Derbyshire. You know, it's the roads around the Peak District are cracking little roads. Brandon's licking pics.
That's a nice screenshot, Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Sorry. My name's Oh, that's weird. Why is there two Lockwoods in it?
You're still here, mate. I thought you were Oski. You're obviously just here fanning about.
Because I've got a friend who every year there's a group of them. They're into the cars and the sports cars, and they do a thing around Scotland. It's a 500-mile trip, is it, or something? And it's all like
NC 500.
Yeah, they do that
That's
every
what
year.
Simon's doing. Yeah.
I got invited to a what's it? An influencers NC 500, as I do TikTok. And loads of people were like, if you've got over like 20k followers or whatever, then come join us in the NC 500. And I was like, yeah, it sounds a bit biased. I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call it a night. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
No, it's no problem, Brandon.
Oh, we're so boring. He needs to call it a night.
No,
it's just the fact that
he's got to go try on another vest. That's what it is.
So Simon's a union rep, right? And I was a union rep, and now I'm a regional officer. So I upgraded this week. I've been working from home this week, doing a course, and it's all fun and games. But yeah, that's what. Yeah, I've been busy, but I'm back at work tomorrow, so got to get an early night. That's me, basically.
Right, buddy.
So, working on a Saturday, yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. But the thing is, so I'm not supposed to be working Saturday, and then we'll give you overtime. And I was like, I don't want overtime. I want enhancements. Enhanceable pay is better than overtime. You get more money, especially in the NHS. It's shit money anyway. So I'll take any enhanceable pay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot off, and I shall see you guys. I'll have a video up tomorrow as well. So be sure to check that out.
Look at that, Brandon.
So we should actually do some look at that stuff now.
I'm trying to upload twice a week. Sorry, you two guys speaking at once. What was the question?
When you go, Simon. Are you now doing some motovlogging stuff?
Yeah, well, I feel like I was victimized a bit when I was in here, and I feel like I was targeted by Stuart and Simon, forcing me to create a channel. So that's what I did. And I mean, am I enjoying it? I don't know. It's too early to say. But it is a bit of fun, and if I've got a spare like hour, 2 hours, I'll make a video.
I'm trying to think of targeted as in encouraged.
I was going to say,
I'm trying to define between the two right now.
I'd just like to say, you and Brandon got me on live last week, for the first time. So,
and the second question is: do Baby Gap do the vest in white?
To be honest, I'm wearing a black one as well. And I'm pretty sure my biceps are bigger than Brandon's, but anyway.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Look, if we're going to get into a boob off, I'm going to count you both from the live stream.
Keep it to OnlyFans, boys.
The issue is obviously weight is a huge factor.
And you're fat. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I don't have a six-pack, and I don't want a six-pack because it's so difficult to maintain a six-pack. So
it's not.
Why would I
had a six-pack earlier, and I got it down to an half-pack.
Why would I choose to eat in a calorie deficit when I can carry on eating lean meats and carry on lifting heavy? Like,
there's an element of that. It's all down to what you want to get at the end of it, and how you want to shape yourself.
Mrs. Empty belly.
You want to shape,
no, it's not good.
Laid.
But then you'll find, see, a lot of weightlifters will have mega calories and they'll lift heavy to build muscle, and then there has to be a stage where you probably want to reduce that to reveal what you've gained.
Everyone's got a growth and a cutting phase. I mean, like
I mean, I'm on 4,752 calories a day.
Exactly.
Which is
that means he's serious if he's saying that an exact amount.
Yeah, that's exact, isn't it?
And he's breaking down.
You need to be exact, and then my maintenance is 3,700 on the dot. And I'm happy where I am. I mean, I'll go to the gym. I don't go to the gym to show off. I go there, and it reflects on mental capacity or mental health again, where you kind of just go in your own little world and you focus on yourself.
Yep.
And that's the whole reason I go to the gym. I go to the gym not because I can lift. I don't know, like I can bench 160 kg. I go to the gym for a peace of mind.
Yeah,
and the good Wi-Fi.
The good girls, mate. What are you on about? Oh God.
Oh, obviously some of the. Yeah. There's a lot of that goes on. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's like have you seen the video on TikTok when it's like January the 1st when a regular of the gym goes back to the gym, and it's all these people using the gym equipment all wrong.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like every single day.
I have seen that. But you still get it now. I mean, I'm quite genuine. What you get on live stream is what you get in real life. And I'm quite genuine when it comes to gym. If I see someone and they're doing a weight wrong, where you can damage your rotator cuff or something on your shoulder, which is a lifelong injury in the first place. I'll definitely be the first person to stand up and go, wait, you need to drop a weight and do it this way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will end up in some serious issues.
I'm exactly the same. Yeah. If I say someone lifting weights wrong, I'll say you're lifting them weights wrong. It needs to be like this.
I'm literally like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me, and I'm kind of at that point where I just don't care.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, you are my Marmite. You are my Marmite. There you go.
I'm your Marmite. Why do you like to taste me? Do you?
You either like you or you fucking hate you.
It is seriously like that. It is, and it's the fact that I just don't care, and I'll tell you.
Everybody is my Marmite. I either like you or I fucking hate you. It's toss up the two.
All I'm saying is, I don't know any famous singers. I haven't played in any bands, and I'm not an astronaut, and that's it really. I'm not an ice skater. I don't sing. I don't know if that relates to anyone.
Why are you here then?
Know.
So what do you do then?
Apart from wear tight vests from Baby Gap. Come on.
Right. Go to the gym. No, but Simon, very well. You wear them very well.
Yeah, very well, yes.
No, I used to have a gym only account called B Darby 22 or something.
Gym only.
I think it was.
Anybody sound like a swipe left and right account?
No, it was nice to kind of see where you start to where you kind of end. There's no real end. It kind of, you just see the growth, and it kind of motivates you to like get bigger and bigger. And this is one thing I kind of agreed. So I got into bodybuilding 4 years ago, and I agreed never to do one thing, and that's body dysphoria. And like kind of, when you look at yourself, I'm not big enough, and you go to the gym, you're not the biggest guy at the gym, but in your mind, you're like, I'm not big enough.
Yeah, because you see yourself every day. Yeah.
I'm always like that when I go for a pee.
Yeah. I'm like that in the men's as well, Stu.
I'm like that now.
Yeah.
I'll send a picture I'll send a video of like a shoulder workout to a friend, and be like, fuck, now your shoulders are massive. I'm like, they're not, they're tiny. But in reality, I guess if you was to have a break, it's like if you have a break from the gym. Lockwood, if he goes to the gym, will tell you, if you have a break from the gym for like a month or a couple of weeks, and you go, you feel massive, absolutely huge. But if you go every day, you just feel yourself.
Yeah, but you find as well, see if you're going every day, and the other guys in the gym initially when you've gone there, the guys look massive. But then as you're going there every day, they don't.
Yeah.
And then if you have a big break where you've not been for a good few months, and then you go back and you're like, fucking hell, these guys are massive. They're not. It's just because you've reduced and you're not used to seeing these guys every day.
Yeah, for sure.
See, I lost motivation quite early on, and some of the boys I used to go to the gym with actually said, "Listen, man, you need to come back. There's this new machine. You need to get right into it." So I went back, and I must admit, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a sweetie machine.
This is the thing. You should go to the gym for yourself.
The vending machine is my favourite machine at the gym. It really is.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I get really pissed off when it's run out of Maltesers. I really do.
Definitely. To M&M's, I can't get enough.
M&M's, there you go.
I'm just posting my Instagram in here of my body, like kind of my body transformation sort of thing. The Instagram account got hacked, so I don't actually use it anymore. But it'll give you an idea of what I look like with a pump. I know Simon likes it good, rubbing and tight little pump from Lockwood.
I love a little pump
with his Honda hat on.
Goblin on the end of it. Yeah,
that's isn't going to be Screech, is it?
Yeah. Oh my!
Oh,
you can't click the link for some reason. I think you just got to copy and paste it in.
Maya fucking what's that all about? VOR.
It's a bot.
Is
that a bot? Is it?
Yeah, it's one of those Russian bot things.
Oh Christ!
Yeah.
Crumbly as a Malteser.
You can't beat a good Malteser out of a machine. You really
talk about Maltesers. There's a picture where my head looks like a Malteser on that Instagram account.
It looks like a Malteser now.
See, in all seriousness, like I'm 48, right? It's like I'm 49 this year.
No, you're not.
What's going on with the size of chocolate?
It's getting smaller.
It's like see the snack size chocolate you got like 10 years ago. This is the size of bars we're getting now.
Well,
what's it
proof of the pudding, Stuart.
Tiny.
Quality Streets.
Exactly, a box of Quality Streets. You look at it through the ages.
You look at the tins now.
Smaller. Aye.
Yeah.
Can you remember the
massive
big,
like that?
The big tins that were that tall,
that
wide, that your auntie and uncles and that used to have in New Year and Christmas. And
I was upset the other day. I bought a box of them from the shop. I thought I was expecting a sewing kit in them, you know.
You're not 48.
It's full of sweets.
Stuart, are you actually 48?
Yeah, man.
No way. Look, how old are you?
52.
Yeah, all right. You're not 52.
I'm 52.
Stuart's 1 year younger than me.
It's a
I'm 53 this year.
It's the Scottish water.
No, you guys are trolling.
Look,
what month is it? Honestly,
wait a minute. Wait, 2 seconds. Right? 2 seconds. Right.
You guys are lying. You guys are really bad at lying.
Lockwood, I've got to ask, what month are you 53? Come on.
July.
Shit, I'm older than you.
No way.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
1973.
No, I'm 72.
I've actually got that as well. Hold on.
Just
do you want me to prove it? Do you need me to prove it? I'll just show you my muscles. That's probably good enough.
Well, when you
don't show Brandon up again, Lockwood. Don't show Brandon up
again. What do you mean again?
Oh, you never seen it
earlier?
You
already did earlier. So
I had them out earlier, but that's decent. Yeah, just hold your tricep up, buddy, and just.
You know your triceps are 80% of your arm anyway.
Yeah, without doubt, and a lot of people forget that. You know, your tri is what actually makes your gun.
It makes 3% of your arm.
A lot of people don't understand about exercising the negative muscles in your body. I used to train Muay Thai for a number of years, and a lot of the time, negative training was a lot of what we did. Because you had
There's
to
no
get...
way you're 48. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but there's no fucking way.
Yeah, man.
You guys are talking shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hold on a minute. Right, wait a minute till
What
I get
the
my...
fuck?
I just showed you my bloody
I
driving
know,
license.
it's fake. Clearly.
Right, okay. So I've got no points either.
There's no way.
No, that's true. It's true.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, it's the natural Scottish spring water. That's what it is, isn't it, Lockwood?
That's what it is, mate.
And that in an easy paper round.
Jesus Christ. You look at Simon, mate, and fucking, I tell you what, you can tell, can't you? Compared to like Lockwood or anything, Lockwood looks so much younger than Simon.
Honestly, all we are doing all day, all we are doing all day is playing bagpipes and chasing haggis. I mean, like, Christ's sake.
Yeah, but I'm saying Lockwood looks at least 30 and Simon looks at least 80.
Whoops. They're just quiet in the conversation.
But yes.
Good night,
Lockwood
John.
looks... No, sorry, mate.
So John Diard McLean is off.
Right, John's
See you later, buddy.
an all Scottish motor vlogger.
Uh,
Die Hard McLean.
Take care,
Yeah,
buddy.
Good night,
He's
John.
in the Basic
Thank you.
Bikers camping weekend, and he's a sorted boy. So he is. He's a top boy. He's funny as anything. So he is. He
Another
doesn't
one
even
who
know
looks-
he's funny. He's brilliant. So he
Oh,
is.
mate, there's no way you're fucking 48.
No, I know.
Fucking bullshit. Seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
Lockwood's not 52 though. That's,
I'm
he was
52,
just,
mate.
He was,
I've
just,
shared-
he
I've
was
shared the
saying
screen, I
it
just
just
need-
because you
No, I
said you're
just need
48.
Simon to show it, but no,
Yeah.
mate, definitely.
Oh my
Is there
god!
not?
I'm a wee bit older than Lockwood. But
What?
there
It
you go.
feels like I'm in a retirement home right now. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Oh,
Right, can we have a quick vote? Who wants to ban Lockwood, Brandon from the fucking YouTube?
I'm taking my vest off, so let's see.
Oh, we
what
could be
we've
best
got.
buddies. Oh mate.
Oh, it's like
So,
Red-
No, you
Lockwood-
see, Lockwood's vest is a proper vest. Yours is bought from fucking home
Lockwood
care, isn't
Red Bum's not going to be happy.
it? He's not, isn't he?
He goes like, "Oh, he's cheating on me."
Just
Rev Bomb will not be happy that Lockwood got his
Oh.
fucking vest out on my show.
Mate, it's out. It's out.
And I know he'll watch this later, Rev Bomb. So hello.
I can't believe that. Bloody hell. I'm definitely in retirement home. Oh, bingo tonight, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
All the falls, 44.
Oh,
Unlucky for
oh,
some, Brandon empty tank.
You're ageist. I'm not ageist. I'm just shocked. I'm
Eh.
Well,
Brandon, how old are you?
25.
25.
Eh?
Really?
bloody hell.
You look at least 40.
I know.
No, mate. No, you're
It's
looking
his hair,
good.
mate.
Really not
It's
right
his-
for your age.
He's a
Receding
whippersnapper.
I mean, with the missing hair and the fucking saggy skin, you look at least 40 something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I've not seen you in the flesh, so I don't really know, do I?
Wow. So Simon's about 5'2". You know, old age, you start to shrink.
No, I'm not saying anything. I hit 50 this year, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you haven't hit 80 yet, have you? Simon, go on, mate. Don't go quiet on us.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That's a
80.
bit-
Yeah,
that's a
that's a big number.
80. Never have thought.
Well, you're not. Just look at Simon for a second. Look, he does.
to be honest, Stuart, I thought you were younger than what you are.
I appreciate that, Matt. That's
Thought you were in your
brilliant,
30s.
man.
I'm the same as Lockwood. I thought you were both like 30s, you know, not as old as
I'm
you are.
going to be completely honest. I'll put Lockwood and Zed in their mid 40s to low 40s. So,
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
I'm
put,
thinking.
I
So,
put Brandon in his, I don't know, 12 to 15.
No, 1973. That's when
yeah,
I
I'm
was born.
72, so
Yep.
Wow, I'm 96.
69.
Oh my God, that's
It's a
the
good
best
year.
number.
Oh,
Best number.
69 was the best year, wasn't it, Logwood?
Yeah, best.
Definitely, mate.
It's a vintage
That was
year.
the year. That was
Year
the
of
year.
the-
that it done
69
it.
was the year my brother was born.
The year of the fish, was it not?
Yeah,
Land
it
on
was.
the moon,
Yeah.
all that carry on. Yep.
What's that character in Noddy called? Is it like Big Ears or something like that? Just looking at Simon, just trying to get a nickname for him. Sorry, yeah. I really got to go to bed.
I'll tell you what, there are so many nicknames for you, Brandon. You want to go to bed.
I'm going to listen to some. If you've got
There's
any,
too
let us
many.
know.
Empty tank top.
Empty tank top, yeah.
I was hoping to meet you this weekend. Last weekend at the Super Sausage, Brandon. You were,
Saturday. Was that Saturday or Sunday you went?
Yeah, but he went out,
Sunday.
didn't he? Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
I met your dad. Boo.
Yeah, he's annoying, isn't
Yeah, it was a good weekend that was. I
he?
enjoyed that.
He's like a less annoying version of me. That's kind of it.
So he's likable then. I'll tell you what, we did one hell of a job on MT Valley last weekend.
I'll tell you what, mate. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and my daughter enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you know, and she can't wait to go out and get a bike. She's itching, you know.
I'll tell you what, she took so many pictures; it was unbelievable. And every single picture she took was awesome.
She wants to come back down again as well, so we'll be back down again once I can drive again. So.
I'll tell you what, MT. Next time you come down again, and she wants to come down, tell her to bring her crash helmet and whatever with her, and I'll take her out.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll let her know that, because she has got her own lid and jacket and everything. So
yeah, tell her to bring it with her. We'll go for a quick twist around the lanes, and yeah, I'll bring it. Yeah.
Or she can go on the back of a real bike. Just saying.
Yeah.
Or she could be back on, on the back of a girl's bike, like an MT10 or something.
Look, she loved it. We all did. Even Tina did. No,
yeah, I'll tell you what. Kira's been on the back of my bike. Oh, she's been on my bike, and she loves it, doesn't she? So
yeah, she absolutely loved that. It was like I say, it was an absolutely brilliant day. Really was.
Stuart, have you got Instagram?
Yes, I have.
All right.
It's if you check out Zhead Motovlogs 2020, you should find it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I posted some of those photos up, Simon. I did that little quick video with them all.
I'll tell you, it was all 120 odd videos, photos were on there, and they were awesome. Yeah.
Well, what's the Uncle Red and the other chap? I forgot his name. I do apologise.
Rhythmic Biker. Yeah.
Rhythmic Biker. He actually messaged me asking if I could have the photos. So I sent them across to him.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
Because he'd never got any photos of his bike like that. So.
No, he was impressed with pictures she took. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I was impressed with the pictures she took of my bike as well. She made it look good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, MT Belly, from what I've heard from everyone, she did outstanding with pictures.
Oh yeah.
As a collective, and I'm not. I mean, I don't bullshit. I literally just tell you how it is. So that's what I've heard. So keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves it.
Sounds quite promising, to be honest.
She wants to be a paramedic. So she's doing all that.
Come join me. I'm not a paramedic, though,
but she's really into motorbikes. You know, and that's partly to do with my brother and me, and like I say, we were brought up on with bikes with my dad. So my dad was a biker, and I think it's in the blood, as I say.
Oh, I just thought I'd quickly say, Crumbly, you sent thingy, what's that weirdo's name again? Called again? Revbomb. A message about me not blurring my speedo. Literally, as soon as you sent that message, I took the video down, blurred the speedo, and re-uploaded it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You missed a bit.
Oh, I know I missed a bit. It's all right. I can't. Do you know how long it takes to blur fucking number plates and speedos?
See the thing about it is like we were actually talking about it on not your video in particular, but we were talking about Bruce Teapot One, who has went round the world in a GSX-R now. Bruce was in the Metropolitan Police and basically posted a video of him riding within, I think it was London, and somebody who worked with him reported him. They actually took an investigation team out to the exact location that he rode, measured every single lamppost, every single noticeable, identifiable position, and were able to, through mathematics, calculate his exact speed and confronted him on it.
It's the old speed, time, distance equation, isn't it?
Exactly, Matt. That's the whole thing. It's like so. This was a guy, and Bruce.
I read that actually.
To let you understand, Bruce was he was like close protection for MPs and so on and so forth. He was very, very high up in the Met, and basically was given the decision that he either left or investigations and so on and so forth.
That made the news.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because I read that. I read that article.
And that was when he made the decision to jump onto YouTube, because he got to the stage where the following that he had turned around and said, "We'll support you," and they did, and they have done, and they do to this day. And thankfully they have, because he's so valuable to the biking community.
Yeah. Well, I did see that.
That's how valuable it is to blur your clocks, because you don't know who's watching, good or bad. It's like, as much as everyone that's in our community is honest and fair and will tell you how it is, like there's always somebody out there that
there's also always somebody who report you.
Absolutely.
Because there's been a few people in cars been done like that as well.
Yep, definitely. And it's like, what is it they call it? Historic speeding or whatever it is that they class it as.
Yeah. And they took the dangerous driving at you and everything as well.
Yep. Yeah, it can get a bit messy.
Well, I think I was on about that the other week, actually, because it, like I say, it's the old speed, time, distance calculation.
Yeah.
Brandon, can I just say that if you're doing the whole blurring thing, you know, and I know it takes forever to do it, but what I've noticed recently is if you just zoom in, so that you're zooming in past your speedo, and just do a whole section of just you zoomed in, then you don't have to fanny about with trying to zoom stuff out, you know, just try to kind of blur it out.
I mean, dude, I don't mind blurring stuff. I already spend, you know, when I make those cinematic videos sort of thing, not quite cinematic, but kind of on that sort of line, I spend like 4-5 hours trying to make videos like that, even if they're like three minutes long. I love that. I love the editing aspect of it. But when you got to blur plates, it's just an extra like couple of hours on top. Just kind of is annoying when, you know, Sony Vegas freezes or something like that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'll take that in consideration. I may play around with it and just maybe go to linear setting instead of go super view all the time. It's more zoomed in on linear than it is.
Yeah, well, that's it. You're going to miss out your clocks, aren't you, if you do that?
You can. And the likes of Power Director as well, if you're using that, you can actually tell the program that it's the clocks you're focusing on. If you're doing some sort of mask, as it were, be it a blurring mask or a pixelated mask, or even better than that. Right, Matt, thanks for coming. All the best.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, this is
cheers,
Simon GTR's live stream, and we're back in the room. No, it's like Simon. I know Brandon will probably be still in somewhere. He's probably just jumped out, but no, if he's doing some sort of mask, pixelated or blurred or whatever it is that he's doing, there's a program on Power Director that you can actually tell the program that you want to focus on a certain area, and it's watching for where that area moves within the screen, and it kind of sort of it helps. But I think the best sort of option that you've got is one of two things that I've seen from motovloggers. One is just move the camera clean away from the clocks, or two, a fluffy toy or whatever it might be, just sitting in front of
clocks.
Because you don't need to give a reason to the police why it's sitting there.
Yeah.
No.
So it can be, it's just a lucky charm. It's what it is. You don't have to tell them why it's there.
Or do what I do, stick your camera on top of your helmet, but I don't know fast enough so it blows it off. You know. I'll be lucky if I get up to 80.
Yeah. It hurts my neck when it goes that high.
I quite like the angle. I like the camera angle that shows the clocks. I think it's a nice view.
So I agree with you, Robert.
Got to compromise in some way, you know.
I agree with you, because I did a video, and it was kind of a sort of call to the channel that I put out on. I think I put it out on TikTok, and basically what it was the Rest and Be Thankful, and it was a chest mount. It's my chest mount. I've got it up there, sitting up there just now, and basically the image basically makes you think you're in the cockpit of my bike, because I'm static on the bike, and it's a brilliant image, but it does show you everything that's going on the bike. And with my bike, you're not going to sit at legal limits for too long. If I'm 100% honest, mostly for overtaking. I'm not a hooligan in any sense of the imagination. I'm not going out to break the law or commit crimes in any way. It's just the way that riding sometimes happens. Whether you're overtaking a series of cars or whatever it is. But as far as I'm concerned, if I was doing what I'm doing, and I don't think what I'm doing is wrong in any way, and I would actually quite openly put the video or audio or any of my videos on to court to actually argue my case that what I was doing was overtaking and getting back in as safe and as quick as
you can.
It was to do so. I'm not taking any adverse risks or so on and so forth.
You know, I had my brother had an MR2, and I borrowed it once off of him, and that thing, you know, you used to drop it down a gear, go flying past the car what you wanted in front of you, and then pull back in and just drop back down to the speed limit again. It's just that power just to get around and out of the way the idiot what's in front of you sort of thing, you know.
I mean, Robert, you know what it's like from Inverary to the Rest and Be Thankful. That whole road, it opens up and you can see the whole road right down Loch Fyne. So kind of, if you've got slow traffic in front of you, there's some instances where you can actually commit to 5 or 6 cars at a time. Now, to commit to that, there's no way you can do that at legal limits. But you cannot tell me that you're not doing what you're doing safely, because there's no way these cars are going to move from where they are into your path. No way.
That's the good thing about that part of the road, as you say, because if you're coming down to it, if you can imagine, it's a full U-bend, and you can actually see to the other side of the loch from the road. So if you're coming down and there's no traffic, you can go to the right hand side of the road and do a whole swing and just sit there and pass anything that's in your track, because you know there's nothing coming on the opposite side.
To anyone in a car, they're going to think you're a madman. But anyone on a bike, Simon, Matt, yourself, and Robert, I know, us on a bike, we know the road, we know the way the road doesn't change. It hasn't changed overnight. We know what it looks like, and it's so safe to do it because it's so open and you can see absolutely everything. The road tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, the thing is, if you travel that road regular anyway, you get to know the road. You get to know the bends. It's like there's a stretch when I go to see my mum's, and it's a twisty road and it's all downhill. Now I can go flying into those bends in the car at like 55 mile an hour without touching the brakes, and yet I've followed other cars going down there, and they're on the brakes every 5 seconds, and I'm sat there going, "Why are you braking? You know, I can do this at 55. Why are you doing 40 mile an hour when I can go around that bend at 50, 55 mile an hour?" You know, and it's like you say, if you get used to a road and you ride it or drive it regular, you know this, you know the road, you know how fast you can take it.
Matt, Red Bomb spoke about the Chippy run, and Robert will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Robert, you take the right to Bees, don't you, when you come down the road over back from Lochwinnock? And I go towards Kilburnie. So this road, to anyone that doesn't know the road, will be slow.
Yeah.
But it's like if I'm riding it on the bike or Robert's riding it on the bike, you can. I've done that road at some points, and I'll admit it. It's like it's never been below 90 mile an hour, and I've not been dangerous on the road at all. It's been smooth. It's been steady. It's been consistent. It's like I've not even had to even overtake, accelerate to overtake. It's just you flow around the road because you know it, because you've been on it so many times. And then I've been on the same road with a car, with my wife, with my kids, sitting there saying to them, "Why is this guy braking? This corner does not slow down."
Not down, no.
It's like, and they're why are they braking for this corner? Why are they braking for the next corner? These people can't read the road.
Well, when we were sort of a bit younger, we were. I was in CB radio, so we also always used to sit on the high spot in Nottingham, and it just happened to lead into the village where I lived. And we were sat up there one day, and we could see the police car going down the road, and we're like, "Oh, what's gone off in the village? We'll go and follow it." We caught up with a cop car on blue lights. Because we knew the road, you know, he was braking and whatever, and we're just flying down there. And next thing we know, we're actually behind him, and we're like, "Oh, hang on, back up a bit," you know, and just follow him sort of slowly. And like you say, if you know a road and you drive it or ride it regular, you get to know the surfaces, you get to know the bends, you get to
The pictures that I showed you earlier was my mate Ross that came up, and like we did the whole. We went to Tyndrum, Loch Lomond, we went to Rest and Be Thankful, and then back down, and then on the Friday, Ross come up a day before the rest of his pals. So I said to him, I says, we'll ride this road. I want you to see this road before they see it. So we got to the Rest and Be Thankful, and then I said to him, let them know that we're going on this road. So Ross knew it was coming, and he turned around to all his pals and he said, follow him. He said, follow him because he knows exactly where he's going on that road. And we basically rode into Largs, and these boys were like, this road is absolutely unbelievable. And it wasn't because I'm a fantastic rider. I would never ever claim that was the case. It was just the fact that I ride that road constantly. Robert loves it as well. I know he does. It's like a sort of wee go-to road with us, because it just kind of fine tunes you when you're talking about corners and stuff like that.
Sorry, I'm just saying, Crumbly Miles right there. It's like you know, you go around a racetrack, you go around it day in, day out. You're gonna eventually know that thing like the back of your hand.
Well, Crumbly, you're 100% right, because that's the way it was. Because by the time my pal come up, it was like I knew it like the back of my hand, and I actually, like Ayrshire Vlogster, who's one of our other pals, when Mark just passed his test, and I said to him, I said, listen, it says I use this road, and the way I use it is I take a mental note of, right, I'm going to go into this corner at 80 miles an hour, or 70, officer.
Yeah,
I'm going to go into X amount of miles an hour, and I'm going to see what happens. And I take a mental note, and it's like I went in at that speed, and the bike did this, so that means that I can then do this. And I kept on building this up till now I've got a mental picture in my head. I don't actually, when I think about that road, I don't think about corners. I don't think about anything else other than I know when I can brake. I know where I need to brake by the tree that sits there, this bit of furniture that sits there, and I need to do this at this corner and that at that corner. And it builds a mental picture in your head, and it doesn't change. And it allows you to get smoother, it allows you to get faster. But not necessarily illegal. I would iterate that as well. It just means you don't have to slow down as much.
No, that's what I mean. You're not on the brakes. It's like I said, those bends.
Yeah.
You know, I follow cars and they're doing like 40 and on the brakes all the time, and I'm sat there thinking, why are you braking?
That's just it. And one of the best things for learning corner entry and corner exit speed is a small bike.
Yeah.
Because I actually got the use of what was it? A Himalayan. What was it? What is that bike again? I can't remember the name of the make of it, but it was a Himalayan anyway. And it was like a single cylinder 350 cc or something like that. Yeah. So like top end, it was like miles an hour, but it was probably the most fun I've had in a bike in a long time. And that was the thing that I went back to the bike shop and they said, "What did you like about this bike?" And that was the whole thing, because it made me concentrate on corner entry and corner exit, and that was the thing that I appreciated about that bike. That's that Crumbly. It was a Royal Enfield Himalayan.
Well, that's why I like my little Michigan. You know, I know it's only 125, and I just tootle around on it, but I love it. You know, it's like when I came back out of Gotham, the stretch of road there, I've got a lovely piece of footage of me just flying down that road. You know, it's the first time I opened the thing up a little bit, and I actually got up to about 55 miles an hour, which for me on a little 125 is pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the corners on it were just so flowing, and it was lovely. And then, you know, 20 minutes later, I end up off the bike just trying to turn left onto the bloody pavement to go and stop outside the shop. You know.
Yeah. Can you guys see this?
What's that?
Are you showing? Yeah.
Oh.
So this is the Domali Pass. This is one of the ones that Zed was talking about, and it's just an immense road, and it's one of the ones that hopefully we can show you guys when you come up. But Domali Pass is just something else. It's the sweeping bends on it are just phenomenal.
The thing about it, you know yourself, Robert, is that the road surface is absolutely perfect. It's conducive to good bike riding. It's so open. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Hand on hip. Look at that.
That was us just this is us just coming from the Green Whaley basically and just hitting the Domali Pass.
Yeah.
So at this point I was just letting people pass so I could get some camera footage of it. And then once everybody passed, you'll see kind of the flow of the road and how it kind of goes. But it's even the road surface, it's that kind of really grippy type of road surface.
Oh, is it the grippy style tarmac?
Yeah, you can see just by looking at it, it's like that.
It's got like the eggshells
all the way. Yeah. And it is someone else, but that was all the guys. That was Todger and the mob that had came up, and we were all kind of sitting there, which is when you lost your camera, Zed.
Oh, look at that!
I know.
That's a beautiful stretch of road. That is.
And it just
the bends on that are gorgeous.
It gets better and better.
Yeah.
Look at that entry. Oh.
Yeah.
It just rewards you. Every single corner rewards you with just a little gift.
Oh, that's a cracking piece of road. That is.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a total swing.
How
And it's like
flowing
that
it
the
is.
whole way. The whole way.
Yeah,
doesn't-
it just flows, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't stop. It doesn't
Yeah.
stop. It's just left, right,
Left, yeah, it's
up,
flowing all
down.
the time.
It's beautiful. And the road
Yeah.
surface is never, there's never one point in that whole road that you're not sure of what's happening to your tire.
Yeah.
You're
God,
not
that's
sure.
beautiful.
It's just,
Yeah,
it
something
is,
else.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just love how that flows.
And the thing
Yeah.
about it is the guys that are up front, in front of Robert, this is the first time they're riding it, and that's how committed they are, because it is that good a road. It's just, it's perfect.
Giving
Yeah.
you feedback, isn't it? You can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
you'll-
that's
you'll-
Grant. Actually, that's wee MT-07 bike
That is-
that's behind
aye,
us.
that's right,
So
that
that's
is.
yeah,
That is.
that's
Yeah.
his MT-07. Yeah,
Right.
and
And I was behind
he-
Grant, and then it was Dave behind me picking up my camera.
Yeah.
yeah,
But, yeah, you can see how that is lovely, how it just flows.
yeah.
I love
that's-
roads
that's
like that.
decent.
I love roads like that. What are not, high speed flowing roads, and you got the grip and everything. I love
Yeah.
roads like that. Used to love it in the
Yeah.
car as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, and especially when you hit it for the first time, you're obviously still a bit weary of it. But see,
Love
the
it.
more and more you do it,
Yeah.
and because that road, there's probably you probably agree with me here, Zed. There's not a bend that's too much of a bend.
There's nothing
think-
that's going to throw up any massive
No,
surprises.
there's
There's
not,
a couple.
no.
There's a couple that you're going to
Couple
have
of
to grit,
tights,
grit your
yeah.
teeth and get round, but nothing
Mm.
that's going to actually cause any
Sneak up on
problems.
you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's one. It's like when I drop down. You've probably seen on my videos, but when I drop down into a little village called Woodborough, and there's like a little left-hand hairpin bend, but what catches a lot of people out is it starts off wide and it narrows as you go around it. And the amount of times I've seen cars into the walls, on the other side of the bend because they've not realised it's narrowed on them. That's another bot. So yeah. And it's quite common for that bend to have an accident on it.
Yeah.
Because people don't realise it narrows up on you.
I'll tell you what, Red Bomb is going to be so jealous you've shared this footage with me, Lockwood.
No, that's us heading towards Inveraray. And this is a bit of a thing, mate.
That's about it. Said you don't realise you've lost your camera at this point.
No,
because your
we're
camera's
just about to fist bump. We're just about to fist bump. It gets all lovey-dovey.
In my kind of roads, though, what you're on there. I love roads like that.
Yeah.
That's us.
This is when he realises he's lost his camera.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Yeah. I know. That's bad. I brought this up, but I was actually trying to find that wee bit of road where just before we hit the rest, and I think we can. I'm trying to think where it was, but and there's a massive sweeping bend just before the rest. So that's what I was trying to get to. But oh yeah, there's the rest there. So it's just before the rest. Must be about here somewhere.
Can't be much further back, mate.
Oh, this is one of the bends. I think this is the one. I think the part of the road where I think you took that picture from, but I might be wrong.
Yeah,
but this is us just going up towards the rest and be thankful.
Aye, because there's a car park with that body of water. I think I've spoke to you about that before, about going up onto the hill and taking a photograph of the bike in that wee car park with the water pure still, because you can see the hill in the background, and it looks brilliant.
Yep.
And I'm
There's
sure
a bend
that
there.
is,
So see if you look at that bend,
you
can see right round the bend, and if there's cars there, you could just overtake on the other side of the road quite easily.
It's so open, and that's the way it is all the way in there.
Yeah. I was going to say you could see you halfway down the other road there. You didn't run that bend.
And one of the only problems is like with that road is the way you're traveling just now. It's all you're sort of climbing, and sometimes at the rest and be thankful the police can sit right in the car park and look all the way back down.
Yeah.
So they've got like a good view for like, what would you say, Robert? About 2 miles or something, like a mile and a half, something like that.
It must be somewhere. I think if you kind of know where they sit, so you always sit there about 60, don't you?
And you kind of you get this when you're on that road as well. You get that sense because the bikers coming the other way will be like just like waving their hands, slow down.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
so this is us pulling into the rest and Be Thankful. And when we stop, it's just a valley. So you're basically just looking out at the valley. You might be able to see it.
That's a beautiful part of the world, that is.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's gorgeous.
You're going to see that, Simon. You're going, we'll take you there. And
I won't be coming up, but the rest of them will be.
A wee bit of history about the rest and Be Thankful. It was actually named as an army term because the road that runs down the valley is called the Old Military Road. And when the army was marching the troops up the road, this was the first resting point was in this car park. And that's what the military boys named it, is the Rest and Be Thankful.
Yeah, beautiful.
So someone else, definitely.
Oh,
there you go.
Amazing.
Gorgeous, that is.
That is nice. Cheers, Lockwood. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lockwood. That's beautiful.
There's plenty more where that came from, but I'll not bore you anymore.
Lockwood,
I like roads like that.
Trust me, you're not bored, man.
No, even as I come from car driving and just got into bikes. But I was brought up with bikes. But actually, roads like that I used to love in the car as well.
Yeah.
It's because it's free flowing and it just, like I say, one bend leads into the next.
When I a few years ago, I used to do a constant night shift, and the odd time it was about 25 minutes to where I worked, but it was all windy roads. And the odd time I would finish at 1 a.m. I would do a half shift and finish at 1 a.m. And what would normally take me 25 minutes, I used to time myself to see how long it would take me to get from my place of work to the house.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I did it in 15 minutes one night because I just knew the road like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And there was no traffic on the road. It was 1 a.m. and you're just horsing it along these twisty roads.
And you've got the advantage as well.
Yeah.
Night time, you can see the headlights way before you see the car.
Yeah.
You see the lights way before you see the car. So.
Yeah. I've done the same thing. 29 miles door to door to work from home for me. And I used to come home at 2 a.m. and I time myself, and the best I've ever done it is 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So I know.
I remember that I worked in Coatbridge, which is it's about 20 odd miles away from where I stay, and my wife was pregnant with my second kid, and I kissed her. She was staying with my mother-in-law and father-in-law because like she was full term, so I was getting in for the night shift, so I kissed her, drove into work, and I had a really bad breakdown on one of my machines, and I had to climb up on top of the machine. So like I put my mobile phone on the toolbox, and I'm working away on the machine, and it was as if somebody just went like that and grabbed me by the shoulders and just took me down to the toolbox, like, check your phone. And I checked my phone, and it was my wife. I'm getting into labour. I'm going to the hospital. And I left Coatbridge, and the time that I got to Paisley, I must have averaged about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it was midnight, so there was nothing on the road. But I must have averaged about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Can't even remember doing it because it was like I need to get to my wife.
Yeah.
And that was it. And it was crazy.
Well, like I say, at night time, you've got the added advantage, haven't you? You can see the lights of the car way before you see the actual vehicle.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's good.
I'm gonna have to call it a night, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
It's nearly 2 a.m. I'm gonna do what I do best, which is fuck off. But before I do, Lockwood, tell us about yourself and promote yourself. Come on.
I'm 52, even though I look 25. I live in Scotland.
22.
I've got two bikes. I've got a VFR 750, which I brought back from death and rebuilt. Love it to pieces. And I've got actually seeing my CB1000R there in that video, because it's the first. I've not been out on that bike in months, and I can't wait to get back out on it again because it's a superb bike. So I've got a CB1000R and a VFR 750. I try my best to put a video out once a week, maybe once a fortnight with the winter. But yes, that's me, and I talk drivel. So come along.
And we love you for it, Lockwood.
Oh,
we love you for it.
Cheers, buddy.
I love your videos. Well, both of you are great videos.
Zedhead, tell us about yourself, Zed.
So I'm Zedhead Motovlogs. I'm Lockwood's younger brother. So like I'm 18. So
you're both Red Bombs kids. Then, yeah.
I ride a ZZR 1400. All about Scotland. This guy over here. There he is, right there.
How's this just popped in?
Absolutely fantastic. So like we ride Scotland. We video, you watch it, and we make more content off the back of that. That's what it's all about. And we've met so many fantastic people: Simon, Matt, Rev Bomb, Stevie, military biker, Hell's on Two Wheels. The list goes on and on and on. It's an absolutely fantastic community, and I appreciate being part of it. So, Simon, thanks very much for having us on tonight, pal. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Yep, without a doubt.
MT?
Me. I'm MT Belly. I ride a little Lex Moto Michigan 125 when I'm not falling off of it and doing stupid things like this. I just do local videos of my era and a bit of the history and just general waffle, basically. And I have this guy, wrong hand, that guy, to thank for it all, as well as Rev Bomb. And these two chaps up here doing a brilliant job of making me feel welcome, both on you.
You're very welcome.
It's been an honour to speak to you both. Really enjoyed it. So, like I say, I'm just me.
Yep.
What you see is what you get.
Yourself, Simon?
About myself, here we go. Yeah, what do? I ride a bike and I talk bollocks. That's what I do.
Apart from that, we know that.
It's like, what was it, Brandon said you were 89. Is that right?
Apparently I'm in my 80s, according to Brandon. Yeah. No, I'm actually only July. You're 53, innit? You say? July the
6th. No, I'm 48.
Yeah, I'm 53 in 21 days. So there you go.
Oh, right, okay.
My birthday coming up. So, I ride a bike. I talk bollocks. I do my little bits, what I can. I've had an interest in life and a hard life, but and I'd like to thank all you guys and Red Bomb and everybody else who we talk to for getting me through it. You did a great job.
It's what we all. You lot have helped me as well. Trust me, more than you know. Yeah. And I'm glad I inspired you a little bit, Simon. In some respects, it wasn't done for that reason, and it wasn't done for sympathy. It was just me being open. So
we're going to make sure that you have a great time when you're up here as well, buddy.
Yeah.
You and Rev Bomb and that, you'll be made to feel more than welcome, honestly. 100%.
I hope so. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to open the carpet up anytime you want to come down here, guys. You know, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
That's fantastic.
Anytime you want to come down here. And
Super Sausage is definitely on my radar.
Well, you've got to do Super Sausage.
Definitely. Wouldn't it be good for Rev Bomb to do his normal Super Sausage and us all to be standing there?
I'll tell you what, if we could do that without him finding out about it, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. It's like, let Rev Bomb let Rev Bomb release the first video and then us release our version of it. That'd be brilliant.
That would be great. You could do the proper wee ride to where.
How you doing? Where the hell are we? We don't know. We're lost. But super sausage. That sounds like a
so
gaffy.
great. That'd be so great.
See,
But I mean, honestly, sorry.
Before we go, Matt, can I ask you? I know you're not Scottish, but you're wearing a Scottish T-shirt. What's the
My daughter bought me it.
Right. Okay.
So, because I've been to the hospital today and it was easy to take on and off, that's why I'm wearing it, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I've had to go and get this all looked at again by, the specialist at the hospital rather than the walking centre. So,
So Scotland T-shirt down south, it's probably been 3 for a £5 or something. It'll be.
Oh, I don't know. It says Tartan Army on the bottom of it. So.
Definitely 3 for a £5.
Oh, definitely.
Last time you lot were down here for a championship, so that was a while ago. So
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Simon, I'm looking out the flags for you coming up, so you'll get a flag to go with the rest of the year.
I'll tell you what, I've got plenty of flags behind me here. I have not got a Scottish flag.
So I'll get it sorted, buddy, for you coming up.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I need one.
Take it back with you.
And Hell's on Two Wheels. He loves watching us because he usually learns something new. I don't know what he's learned from this
as well. Well, no, you guys have helped me through a rough time in that lot. It's been fantastic chatting to you all.
Time, honestly.
MC,
your two videos.
You inspired me to do my video, so
like I say, I'm just me. I just do my local videos and plod around and do my own thing.
You probably don't realise how much you've affected people by the videos that you've produced. With them watching it, it's like there's been a million people out there that have been feeling exactly the same way as you have been, but not had the courage to say it.
Yeah.
So that's props to you. Fair play.
No, I just did it. It was just one of those, because we've been talking about it, and I was sat at home, and he'd been, your brain cell mulling over it, and I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll go and do it, and just be open and honest with everybody about how it's affected me. And Simon knew how, because when I got to the Super Sausage, I was shaking a bit when I got there and that, but eventually, once I settled in and, calm my nerves down, I was all right. So these guys have helped me with that. But it's a horrible condition to have. We're scared to go out in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a horrible thing. And to actually, funnily enough, Wednesday when I went out, it took me an hour to get out of the house, but the one advantage was I wasn't physically sick.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's a step forward.
Yeah.
Rather than actually throwing up half a dozen times and then getting out.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely.
Thank you, MC, for your contribution.
No, I'm not going to let this thing get me down.
Absolutely. You're a bike man, mate. That's it. You're fucked.
Yeah.
And you've always got the other hand.
Well, yeah.
Hey! Make it feel like somebody else, yeah. You was all thinking it.
It was just a silly mistake, and I've
the
learned from
elephant in
it.
the room.
Yeah, but it was a silly mistake, and I've learned from it. And like you say, if you don't learn from it, then you're not doing anything right. Yeah.
Yep.
MC, you've not been anywhere any of us haven't been before.
Well, yeah, that's it. I knew it was going to happen.
We've all dropped one and slid one and crashed one. So
yeah. I knew it was going to happen. I've been riding here in a couple of months.
You're not a biker until you've crashed at least once. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like I say, I've been a biker a year and a couple of months, and it's the first time I've crashed it. So says a lot.
Now that'd be interesting. Actually, what Hells is proposing there? I wonder if there'd be we could do.
Aye.
I've already got a plan for that, actually, to do that this year. It doesn't matter if anybody steals it. At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying it on the channel. But my plan is to use our headsets and just make a phone call and have an interview and a chat where let's say, Simon, I'm speaking to you. Let's say I give you a phone call on my headset. I can hear everything you're saying. You can hear everything I'm saying, but you give me your footage at the end of it. And then I can build a video with me talking. And then when it goes to you, you're riding your bike. When it comes back to me, I'm riding my bike.
If we was to all connect via WhatsApp, would that sync up the audio enough for the video?
I don't
know. But even if it doesn't, it just means that somebody takes all the video and you'll be able to sync it that way. Maybe I'm not sure. But
I think somebody would have to have some sort of a microphone at the earpiece recording anything that was said.
Well, I can do that. So
it's like
you're speaking and you're responding to whatever's going on in your headset.
Like the way my center works is like if I'm out with Graham's, for example, Robert. The both of us have got centers, so I can record his audio through my GoPro because I've got the backpack. So the two of us have got the backpack, but you've got the Cardo Pack Talk, so you're on the mesh system. So it's slightly different.
I know. I was thinking that if I move my microphone far enough up my cheekbone, it will pick up the audio from my earpiece. So,
or if you just give me your GoPro footage, I've got your audio anyway.
So that's just that. It's like it ties it all together basically. Yeah, and I think
we would be very interested in that, man. Yeah,
and I
think
do
some testing. Yeah,
I think a lot of the software will tie it all together as well. I think if you were to lay all the tracks together. Like the likes of, I'm sure the power director would pick up the audio questions and answers, and it would know where one started and the other one. I'm sure it would space it all out.
Yeah. We'll need to try it. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot.
Yeah, so am I. Well,
right,
nice
guys. Well,
gents.
Final word is I'd like to say thank you everybody much for joining in. 2 hours later than usual. Thank you to Red Bomb. We're all giving him a shout out.
God, I tell you what, he yapped tonight, didn't he?
He would not shut up, would he?
I'm going.
I think he's on his period. That's what it is.
I'm going, boys. But another thing. We're going to Simon's at 10 o'clock, but Red Bomb it's 11. What are you talking about?
No, I've enjoyed it.
Definitely helps. We'll do something without a doubt.
Yeah. Let me know. You two get something sorted. Let me know, and I'll jump in. I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah.
Simon, what we should do is we should set up some sort of either a messenger or WhatsApp group with regards to these coming up to Scotland, and it keeps everyone in the loop.
If you put everybody in a WhatsApp group and you make a call to that group, everybody can talk on that call. I know that.
But
it's a matter of recording that, isn't it?
So if everyone's like obviously Rev's talking about coming up a week after you guys. So if we set up some sort of group, it means that we can all tie in because I can't take. I'm tied to my holidays, if you know what I mean. So like I can get weekends off. So like Saturday, Sunday's fine. I'm free for that. But midweek, it can become an issue because of who I work with and their holidays. So I need sort of prior notice. So if we can set up some sort of group that we can discuss who's doing what and when they're doing it, and it means that we can all react to when you are coming up, because I want you to have a fantastic time when you're up here. There's no doubt about that. I would love to be part of it. So,
and I'm going to extend the invitation for when August for the mental health awareness stuff down here. So, for you guys, get something sorted for that, and we can hopefully we can make the biggest vloggers meeting that YouTube's ever had. You never know.
I mean, I've got holidays scheduled for August, but if I can sort of nail down the time, I can possibly shift my holidays to to make sure that it takes in that.
Because my problem is he's got it down for the 13th of August, and my birthday's on the 16th, and we're actually going away for my 50th.
Well, Matt,
so it's a bit.
It's funny you should say that because my wedding anniversary is the 16th of August. My birthday is the 18th of August. So
well, our wedding anniversary is the 3rd of August.
I don't care. I don't care being away from any of them because like August is always my main holidays. So
anyway, so if you're still listening, Hells, we're on it. We will get that sorted, and we will get the NC 500 done for us this year, and we will get the MH mental health awareness stuff done this year as well. We will sort it out by hook or by crook, guys.
Oh, there'll be a way. We'll
sort it out. This, you are a great bunch of lads, and I love you all, and I mean that.
Look forward to coming down and see you guys. Without a doubt.
We can't wait, man.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, guys. You're the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, and you, Simon.
We'll call it everybody. We'll call it a good night. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Thank you very much.
Simon, all the best. Matt, take care.
Yeah, and you. Same to you, Lockwood.
Rub side down. Rub side down, guys. Keep it rub side down.
I'll try to. Cheers.